Today I want to talk about teachers who left the field and then came back. And this topic was inspired by Crying in My Car podcast. Devin Siebel. Does anyone watch him? He's my favorite of the board teachers. Tell me, who is your favorite of the board teachers? Somebody came up to him, left teaching to become a journalist, and then said that he regretted it because he didn't have the security, the retirement. So I do want to say public school does give really, really good benefits. Public school it's local government. So it might not be the federal government unless you work for the Department of Education, but it is local government, and local government usually gives really, really, really good benefits. So one thing we did was switched to my insurance from my husband's when I went into teaching. So this person had become a journalist, and I was never a journalist per se, but I did work in TV media field news before I was a teacher. So it was the opposite, with a different job. But I could tell you that's not the most stable career. So I could see how a person becoming a journalist, it could seem exciting, but now you're not getting the benefits. So the person was, I guess, close to retirement or getting on closer and was like, hey, I wish I'd stayed in it. Now I have to work like he came back, I guess, to teaching. Now I have to work even longer to get the same retirement that I would have had. And if I would have just stuck it out, I would have the retirement. Now I have to say, it's not all or nothing. Ice fishing. Oh, cool. Wow, are you in Alaska or something? Ice fishing. That's an interesting career. I hear that that's a dangerous one, right? So, anyways, he was regretting it. But I do think there's a middle ground. It's not all or nothing. It's not you stay in teaching or you go to a field where you have no stability and you don't have good retirement, et cetera, et cetera. There are many other careers you could do that are not journalism, where you could have a lot more stability and you could get a good retirement, a good 401k. Not only that, there are options where you could save yourself. You know, there are Roth IRAs where if you don't work somewhere that offers good retirement, you could save. You could invest in your own as well. And reverse place. I see you said something long to me. I'm at a stop sign or something to read longer comments because I want to be safe. So I will read that when I'm stopped, which at this point in time will be a little while from now. So what about you, Classroom Camp? You went straight to college and became a teacher, right? You didn't have another career first. And have you ever thought about leaving? Maybe you don't want to say publicly. And if you did, what would you want to do? Now, if anyone's interested, I do have a playlist on my channel for alternative careers for teachers. I did one where it was like careers that are totally not in the classroom. Then I did another one that was like teachers, like you still want to teach, you like actually teaching, but you don't want to be in a traditional educational classroom, because some people just love the art of teaching, and that is another reason why sometimes people leave and then miss it. So yeah. So that one, I don't want to give it away because you have to watch the video, but that one, you know, has things where I'll give one example, like online teaching, where you can still teach. And then I also, at one point, this is under my live stream tabs, I interviewed someone who works HR for a Fortune 500 company, and she worked there for a long time. And I asked advice for what kinds of jobs and what someone could put on a resume that someone who is a teacher wanting to get out of teaching could do. And just a little secret for those watching my live stream now, because I did not say that in that video, but she is my cousin, so that's how I know her. But that was really interesting. That was like a longer interview. It was like an hour, I think. And so, you know, sorry, got some traffic coming up, so I got distracted. Okay. So anyways, shameless plug for some of my old videos, but if we're going to talk about getting out of teaching, then I have some other videos. I also interviewed my friend Jerry about instructional design, because instructional design is another one where you could get out of teaching and do, you know, if you like creating curriculum, you probably did that as a teacher. So they play this game. Juniors and seniors in the high school play this game where with water guns, but it sounds like an innocent kid game, but it's very serious. You have to put money into the pot, and then the winning, I think, person or team wins money at the end, and I think it could be up to like $1,000, so it's pretty serious. So what happens is, if you shoot someone with the water gun, then they're out, then they are, quote, killed. But this is a super serious game because it does have to do with money. It has teams and everything. And so people literally are hiding out people's workplaces, homes, school. The school does not sponsor this. They've actually sent out several emails saying this is not a school sponsored event. We have nothing to do with this. We don't condone this. We've had they have had complaints from the neighbors in the neighborhood that is literally right next to the school of kids trespassing, going on people's property in order to do this game. And so, yeah, because some of the water guns look real. So here's the problem with this too, is that how do I put this? If somebody thought it was real and somebody was on their property and they felt threatened, we could have a tragedy because they were defending themselves, when really it was just a high school innocent game. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the danger. Now my son, I made sure of this, but he has a water gun that looks like a water gun, very fake, like white, you know, doesn't look like a real one. But that's one of the biggest things. So last year we had people on our property. We live in a wooded area, so and we have a very long driveway. They were like up our driveway, waiting for him in the woods. And the only reason I knew, because you couldn't see them, they were good at hiding, is because my dog would start barking like crazy. It's so serious that my son started asking to park in the garage, because one of the rules is that they can't get you in the garage because they can't get you inside your own house as well. Because if that happened, you know, people would be breaking into houses, like that's off limits. So even if he opens the garage and he's not in his car and someone tried to escort him with a water gun, like he wouldn't be out of the game, because that's one of the rules. So anyways, okay, this is not working now. This is gonna end up falling over. I may have to end this before I was planning to, if this doesn't work. Anyways, so it's a very serious game, and they win money at the end. Let me know if any of the schools that you guys either work at or have kids at, if they do any type of game like this. But it's super serious, and you know, that's what he spends his time doing after school, is trying to find someone, or he'll have this elaborate plan on the weekend. He'll tell this group, oh, come meet me, and he'll be hiding in his car, and this other group come meet me, and hope that they end up getting each other, which I think last time that happened, it didn't happen. All right, I will see you guys. I will probably go live again next week, And if I ever get time, I have an idea for a couple videos I want to make, but haven't had time lately. So anyways, thanks for those of you who watched this live and those who will watch later. I will see you later. Have a great day at school or whatever your job is today. See you later.